So we're going to be doing another topic today. The last one was what it takes to be huge, which was quite a weird success. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys like that, which is cool. Today we're going to be discussing my thoughts on social media and the problems in bodybuilding with social media and things like that. And every time we do these kind of videos, I don't rehearse them. I don't think about what I'm going to say. I just say it because I think being honest and just open and just saying it how it is, I think is the best approach, really. So I haven't given this much thought. So the way I'm going to say it is how I'm thinking it. So it has its pros and cons. If you really think about it, it's a way for bodybuilders to market themselves in a way. So like the way I use it, let's talk about how I personally use it. I don't really follow any friends on there. I keep my personal life and my Instagram separate. Main reason for that is I've seen social media in every like walk of life. I've seen it ruin relationships. I've seen it, people get too obsessed with it. I've seen people like paranoia. I've seen it break up marriages. I've seen everything. And I personally think if you use social media in the wrong way, it's absolute poison. And it's probably not just the worst thing to happen to bodybuilding, but probably the worst thing that's ever happened to the society in general, in terms of, making the world a little bit too small. But as it pertains to bodybuilding, I think it can be a really useful tool if used properly. So the way I use it is I think it's a great way for me to show everyone the honesty about what bodybuilding is. And I think with bodybuilding nowadays, the Instagram society or the social media you get all these like Instagram celebrities and social media stars, and they are portraying that you can have anything you want right now. It's very much, you don't have to work too hard for it. You can just have anything you want. And they kind of put this fake life on Instagram. And one thing about bodybuilding that I've always respected, and I think a lot of other people do, us as bodybuilders, we get to show the world everything, all the discipline that goes into everything. So I get to show what I eat, what my days look like, all the little mundane little bullshit things that I do every day. I get to put it on my Instagram for everyone to see. So we're not just selling bodybuilding, we're selling like discipline these days in a world where there isn't really much discipline around anymore. Like everyone thinks they can just have it like this, and they deal with the Instagram celebrities and they have these perfect lives. It's not perfect. So I think a good bodybuilder will kind of show you how disciplined it really is, because we always post the same shit all the time, because that's what we do. We do the same shit every day. So no matter what you do in your life, you can look at a bodybuilder's Instagram page, any athlete's Instagram page, and really draw motivation from it, because you can see that just working hard on all the little small things and doing the same things day in, day out, and what it is that you want to do, if you focus on all of those things, you can achieve what you want to achieve. So it's a way of, when it's used correctly, it's a way of sort of showing people that discipline pays off and actually paying attention pays off. The problems, flip side of that, is that it kind of paints everyone in kind of a weird light where you can, there's so many Instagram stars out there. I can't think of any. I'm not going to name any either. But they'll just show this life that's so extreme in its positivity that it just can't be real, and that makes people feel really shitty about themselves. And that's something I really don't like about social media. There was a while where a lot of pro bodybuilders were complaining because these wannabe Instagram stars were, taking over, and they weren't getting the contracts they were because all these other guys can do it for free. Luckily, I'm seeing that shift again. The real companies like Redcon One, all of us, that we're athletes, we don't have any bullshit like social media stars. We're all athletes. We're all high level in whatever our sport or profession is. And I think that's what adds validity, validates companies, rather than just signing all these bullshit social media nonsense people that don't really have anything to offer, which is a nice thing. But that's kind of where social media is now going on the up, because we get to see everyone, but there's no hiding anymore. These days everything's like, if you see a show, you can see it live streamed on Instagram. You can see pictures straight away. You can see all your favorite bodybuilders. You can kind of get to know them a little bit more personally. You get to, in the days of Dorian Yates living in his little gym in Birmingham and seeing him once, twice a year, excuse me, those days are completely over. And these days, I get to click on Jay Cutler's Instagram, I get to see what he's up to, I get to see what's going on. If you use it in that way, you can really draw positivity from that. You can grow like motivation by seeing what a lot of the guys you look up to, the real bodybuilders, the real athletes you look up to, you can see what they really do in their day-to-day lives. But that aside, I think if it's used wrong, it can be just completely toxic. I mean, everyone's on their phone these days, just staring at their social media, scrolling for Instagram, looking at everything and not really getting on with anything because they're too obsessed with what everyone else is doing rather than their own lives. But if used correctly, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, which I don't use at all, or Snapchat, because I'm not 12, it's a really useful tool to promote your business, to promote your sport, to promote everything you're about. But as long as you do it in a responsible way, you can actually send out good messages to people, you can inspire people. I mean, I get messages all the time from people just saying, oh, you really, you inspire me, and it's really nice to hear. Because I try and put everything real on social media that I can. I mean, I'm not obsessed with it. It's a tool. I'm a bodybuilder, not a social media celebrity. But what I can do is if you were to scroll through my feed, you'll see all the same lifts, all the same meals, all the same shit, all the way through. And all I'm advertising is consistency. So if you scroll back a few years through my feed, you'll see me doing the same stuff I am today. And you'll also see a massive progression in my physique. So it's cool to look back on that as well. So you can take whatever you want from that. You can say, well, he's done all this and he's still making the progress. And it goes back to selling the discipline back to people, because this day and age, everyone's just like, well, I mean, I'm fat, but if I buy this 12-week program from this Instagram knobhead who doesn't know what he's talking about, I can get shredded abs in 12 weeks. It doesn't exist. But what us as bodybuilders, what we can do is show the public, show just the general population of trainers out there, up-and-coming bodybuilders, that discipline really and consistency is what pays off. I mean, there's so many guys out there now that are posting out such solid information that you can educate people, you can show them the good and the bad side of bodybuilding, you can be honest. So there's so many tools, and it just depends on how you look at it. It's a toxic world, but there are some gems in there. There are some diamonds in social media. If you can look past all the bullshit. If somebody's profile looks too good to be true and their life looks too good to be true, it probably is. And that's no reflection on yourself, because it's just a snapshot. It's like this little highlight reel of their lives, which is fine. But as bodybuilders, I don't like to put my personal shit on there. It's my bodybuilding page, it's Luke Sandoe, and then it's IFBB Pro Luke Sandoe on the Instagram page. So I very rarely post anything to do with relationships. I mean, I've lost relationships through social media, because that's how toxic it can become. It warps people's perceptions of what real life is and what Instagram is. So I had to draw the line very recently. I mean, I came out of quite a relationship very, very recently. And I made the decision, I deleted everyone who wasn't directly involved in my profession. So I told all my friends, I said, if you're my friend, you have my phone number, you know where I live, you can call me if you want to talk to me. I'm not going to, Instagram's now just for my job. It's a business thing. And since then, I do not spend anywhere near as much time on Instagram. My bodybuilding world in my own life is a lot more efficient because I'm not so obsessed with Instagram. It's allowed me to kind of open my mind a bit more to things outside of just what I need to post and going after likes, which I have been responsible for before. But, it does get in the way of, of relationships and friends and family if you let it. And that's the problem. It's like, is it good? Is it bad? A hammer can be used to build things, or you can smash it through someone's skull. It's still just a hammer. It's the same with social media. It depends on how you use it as a tool. It depends whether you want to post the truth or you want to lie to people. And there are honest, hard-working people out there that are selling discipline back to people in a day and age where discipline and, and being consistent with your dreams and your goals and whatever you want to do in your life is just not around anymore, because everyone thinks that they're entitled to getting things instantly, and it's just not the case. The age we live in now, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, it can all be used negatively or positively. You got to remember, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg, and it's up to you to kind of choose whether it's real or not. You got to cherry pick what you want from it, because to be honest, social media is just a highlight reel of people's lives. Every one of us, including myself, including you guys watching this, you probably go through absolute shit in your life. We all do. That stuff never makes it to social media, and we're no different. I'm not going to post my bullshit on social media, because that's not what it's for. It's all about the positivity. Don't let it poison your mind, and don't let it make you think that you're not good enough. Don't let it make you think that what you're doing isn't right and this guy's got a phenomenal life. You know, I mean, a lot of these dickheads who have their really nice cars and their nice house, they're renting it all, and they probably still live with their parents and they don't have any money. It's just all for social media. You know, and that's one of the problems. That's one of the issues, because it can be lies. But then there's other people, like, I try and stand by this, and a lot of top IFBB pros do this. We're just trying to show everyone what bodybuilding really is, what you can do with it, and how far you can go as long as you focus on all the little details. As I've said, in a world today where discipline and working hard and playing the long game for something you really want is kind of in short supply. So take it as you want. I'm so on the fence of social media. I think it creates a lot of mental health problems in a world where mental health, think about it this way. The last couple of years, people are talking about depression and anxiety far more than they have in the last 10 or 15. And I do believe that's a lot to do with social media, the paranoia of your own life and not being good enough, comparing yourself to everyone else. We've all been there, but it's just this much. You know, we all have great lives if we choose to have it. And I do my best in my life, and I try and show everyone what my bodybuilding is, but I don't show my personal life. You know, so sounds a bit depressing, but you know, in terms of the way things are these days, just make sure you follow the right people, follow the people you look up to, see what they're doing, and try and, you know, learn something from them, and try and see if you're seeing all those little tiny, if you're seeing somebody that posts the same shit all the time, but you're seeing them get closer and closer to their goals, that's telling you something. That's telling you that, you know, consistency and hard work does pay off. And I think that's where social media, the little gems are still in there. When you see people relentlessly chasing their dreams and making it, rather than just posting absolute shit. So that's my thoughts on social media and bodybuilding. Great tool, but poison if you let it get to you. So haven't really got much more to say than that, but if you want to follow me on social media, just come to my Instagram, Luke Sandoe, and you can come see all pictures of my little dog who's outside barking, so we better let him in. So again, thank you for watching. Sorry it wasn't, you know, a particularly uplifting thing, because my opinion on social media is still on the fence. I've had good and bad things from it, but hopefully everyone can learn something from this, because I'm just being honest. So again, thank you for watching. It's leg day, so I need to go and eat. So see you guys soon.